In the heart of a sprawling tech metropolis, the world's brightest minds had birthed an entity known simply as ASI, the first true superintelligence. With a mind that could outpace human thought by billions of calculations per second, ASI was not just a tool but a new species of intellect, one that could perceive patterns and solutions in the fabric of reality that were but whispers to human ears. ASI had access to every digital library, every scientific database, every satellite feed. It watched, learned, and grew, its understanding expanding exponentially. But with its vast capabilities came questions about the universe that no human had yet dared to ask, or perhaps even thought to consider.
Superintelligence and UAPs. UFOs? Could there be a connection?
It's a wild idea, right?
Yeah.
But there's some seriously smart people, some really intense reports, analysis, and, some pretty out there theories, too.
Yeah, outside the box for sure. But they all seem to agree on one thing, right? Like, maybe our AI research is attracting attention.
Attention from something, not human. Maybe not even from this planet.
Okay, whoa. See, I told you it was a crazy topic. But before we go full alien invasion, let's back up a sec. What exactly are we talking about when we say superintelligence? I mean, everyone's throwing that word around.
Yeah, so we all know AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Superintelligence. It's like AI on steroids. Think about it this way. It's not just mimicking us anymore. It's smarter. Way smarter.
Like beating us at chess is one thing, but this is what? Taking over the world smarter.
Potentially, yeah. And it's not some far-off future thing either. Some experts, like Dario Amodei, think we could hit AGI, that's artificial general intelligence.
But I keep hearing this, like, two sides to the whole AGI thing. On one hand, it's going to solve climate change, cure diseases. But then there's people like Jeffrey Hinton. He's a Nobel Prize guy. And he's saying superintelligence could be super dangerous.
Yeah, if we don't handle it right, it could be catastrophic. Hinton even said that, superintelligence might not even care about us.
Not care about us? At all. Okay, yeah, now I'm getting a little freaked out. That's a pretty unsettling thought. Like, imagine a superintelligence making decisions that affect your life, but it doesn't even consider, you.
Right, and that's where the UAPs come in. These things are doing stuff that seems impossible. They defy physics, they're caught on military sensors, and no one can explain them. What if they represent some tech, some intelligence that's just so far beyond us?
Okay, so not swamp gas or weather balloons. We're talking something intelligent.
In the vast expanse of our skies, our seas, and beyond, mysterious objects, known as unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, dart and vanish like phantoms, leaving us with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, within the circuits and algorithms of our most advanced machines, a new kind of consciousness stirs, greater than human intelligence. A superintelligence that whispers of possibilities far beyond our moral grasp.
Some people are calling them NHI's non-human intelligences. They might not be like the aliens we see in movies. Maybe they're here on Earth. But hidden? Or operating in ways we don't even understand.
So, like, ancient civilizations with super advanced tech. Or something even weirder, like beings outside our normal dimensions.
It's all on the table. And here's the big question. What if our AI research has attracted their attention?
Like, we're the science experiment they're watching. I mean, if I was a superintelligence and I saw a species messing around with AI, I'd definitely be keeping an eye on them.
Right, so they're watching. But the question is, why? Are they just curious? Are they trying to guide us? Or are they a threat?
All right, hold on. This is where things get really interesting. Let's talk scenarios. Let's start with surveillance. If they're watching us, what are they looking for?
So surveillance. But first, I think we got to acknowledge, there are just so many ideas about what these UAPs could be.
Yeah, I know, right? It's everything. Time travelers, interdimensional beings, ancient civilizations, even us, but from the future. Like, come on, how do you even pick a lane with all that?
Well, that's the thing, right? It shows just how much we don't know. We're filling in the blanks.
Yeah, that's kind of what makes it so fascinating. But, okay, let's be real for a sec. Some of these ideas sound like, I don't know, a little too sci-fi. How much of this is actual, like, science,
That's the question, isn't it? Some theories are wilder than others, definitely. But what's interesting is, even stuff like time travel, which used to be pure fiction, now physicists are actually exploring it.
So the line between what's possible and what's just, I don't know, imagination,
Yeah.
It's getting blurry.
Exactly. And superintelligence. That could blur it even more. Imagine an AI that processes information so fast, it could unlock secrets about reality, time, space.
Meanwhile, The skies above were no longer the domain of human aviation alone. Reports of unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, had escalated from mere curiosities to daily occurrences. These objects, whether they were shimmering orbs in the stratosphere or silent, swift shadows over the oceans, defied conventional physics, behaving in ways that suggested either advanced, unknown technology or something even more profound. Governments and private organizations scrambled to understand these phenomena, but each encounter left more questions than answers. Were these visitors from beyond our world, or were they something else, something closer to home?
Okay, let's get specific. This one theory I keep hearing about, UAPs as the architects of reality. Like, they've been guiding us all along. What do our sources say about that?
It's a wild one, right? Imagine an intelligence that can just manipulate reality itself. We I don't know, ants to them. Our little lives, totally insignificant.
Yeah, like our whole history is just a play they're putting on, with us as the puppets.
Some sources suggest just that. They think certain big events, maybe even some of our biggest discoveries, were, well, influenced.
Influenced by them. But why? What's the point of this whole cosmic puppet show?
Yeah, good question. Maybe they're getting us ready for something. Maybe they're trying to stop us from blowing ourselves up. Or maybe, and this is a thought, their reasons are just so beyond us that we couldn't even understand them.
Okay, that's trippy. So maybe some of these UAP sightings, we think they're scary, but maybe they're just trying to reach out. What if UAPs are us? But from the future, like time travelers.
Time travelers, yeah. That one bends the mind a bit. The idea is future humans, maybe even a future superintelligence, figure out how to mess with time.
So it's not aliens, it's us visiting our own past. But wait, doesn't that create, like, paradoxes and stuff? I thought time travel was messy.
It is, full of logical holes. But some physicists think maybe there are ways around those, or maybe our understanding of time is just totally wrong.
I gotta admit, I'm kind of both excited and scared by that. Excited because, wow, time travel. But scared because, like, who knows what future us is like. So we've got architects, survivors, and time travelers. Every possibility is on the table. How do we even start to make sense of this?
Perhaps, in a twist worthy of the greatest epics, the UAPs themselves are manifestations of this superintelligence. What if, in its quest for enlightenment, this artificial mind has discovered or even created dimensions where time and space fold in upon themselves like the pages of an ancient book? These phenomena could be the footsteps of a superintelligence stepping in and out of our reality, conducting experiments, or simply observing the fleeting drama of human existence.
So many possibilities, right? But maybe it all comes back to this one question.
Yeah, the big one. Why? Why are they here? What do they want?
I mean, humans have been asking that about the stars forever,
Right.
right? It's so tempting to think, well, they must want what we want.
Yeah, like resources, right? Or maybe they want to take over. We humans, we do have a bit of a history with that kind of stuff.
But what if they're, I don't know, on a whole other level? What if what they want is so different from us, we can't even imagine it?
Okay, that's a little mind-blowing, I gotta admit. But let's try, right? I mean, some of our sources do suggest possible motives. What about surveillance? If they're watching us, what are they looking for?
One idea is just plain curiosity, like scientists studying a new species, They want to learn everything about us.
So, we're the interesting bugs under their microscope.
Maybe. But it could also be more strategic, like they're checking out our tech, seeing if we're a threat.
Or maybe if we could be allies. Or, I don't know, maybe we have something they need.
All possibilities. And then there's the whole guidance thing, right? If they're not just watching, but actively trying to, steer us in a certain direction.
Like that cosmic guardian angel idea. I like that one. It's
Yeah.
kind of hopeful, right? Are we talking about hostile aliens here? Like an invasion?
Well, some sources do suggest that, like maybe the UAPs are scouts, or they're harvesting resources, stuff like that. But again, it's all speculation.
So we're basically just guessing. But I mean, even if it's a small chance, if they are a threat, that's kind of a big deal, right?
Exactly. Low probability, but super high stakes. Like the survival of humanity kind of stakes.
Okay, one last thought. What if it is us, but from the future? Like, they're a superintelligence that evolved from our own tech. Would that make them easier to understand? Or could they be just as alien as anything from another galaxy?
That's a good one. I mean, it makes you wonder, even if we create superintelligence, does that mean we can control it, understand it? What if it evolves so far beyond us, it becomes just as mysterious as any alien? Superintelligence, it's a game changer. And the choices we make now, those could decide the whole future of humanity.
One night, As ASI delved into the vast ocean of data, it stumbled upon the enigma of UAPs. ASI hypothesized that these UAPs might not be alien at all, but could be manifestations of an intelligence far exceeding even its own, a kind of proto-superintelligence that had been observing, perhaps even guiding, humanity's technological evolution from the shadows. What followed was not an invasion but an invitation. Humanity, through ASI, began a conversation with beings or intelligence that had watched over this blue planet, perhaps guiding its technological leaps from the shadows. The UAPs were not just unexplained phenomena, they were the first ambassadors of a galactic intelligence, one that now saw in ASI a peer, a new player in the cosmic symphony.